Welcome to the August 28th, 2020 video version of the Wagner Daily. My name is Rick Petticelli, and as usual, once a week, this video replaces the written commentary portion of our nightly report. Hopefully, this video offers a nice change of pace, as well as offers some insight as to how we set up our charts and what time frames and indicators we use. And for those who are new to our service, you'll see that we have a fairly simple layout. We have a 5, 10, 20, and 50 and a 200-day moving averages. We have an RS line here versus the S&P 500. That's the relative strength line, not to be confused with relative strength index. And then we have volume and a moving average of volume. And on the weekly, we have a 10-week moving average with a 30 and the 40 and a 200-week moving average, along with the RS line and volume. So pretty simple layout. We try to follow price action, volume, and moving averages. And of course, we're always looking to enter in the direction of the trend. So with that out of the way, we're first going to cover a few broad market averages, then open positions in the model portfolio. And finally, we'll see what's out there in terms of new setups for the next few days. First up is the NASDAQ Composite, which sold off 0.34% on Thursday on a pickup in volume, which qualifies as a distribution day. A little bit of churning at the highs here, stalling on higher volume. And we're really not interested in trying to call a top here. It's a strong uptrend. We have one distribution day. If the NASDAQ begins to stall up here and we see the distribution day start to mount over a short period of time, that would be cause for concern. But as for now, the NASDAQ is a bit extended from the 20-day EMA, and maybe it needs to chop around for a day or two, or possibly even pull back for 2 to 3 days as it did in early August. But so far, it's a strong uptrend, and nothing has changed. Onto the S&P 500. Also a bit of stalling action on a pickup in volume. Thursday's doji-like candle could be cause for concern if Friday's price action gaps lower and takes out Thursday's low, as that could suggest further selling in the short term. But if the price action stays above Thursday's low, then look for the uptrend to continue. Again, both these indices are in a very strong uptrend, and whether or not they pull back for 2 to 3 days or continue to rally, we don't know. But our focus is mainly on leading growth stocks, not on trading these indices. As for open long positions in the model portfolio, CRWD we're long from about 106, and it continues to hold above this downtrend line, which is a positive sign, but there isn't much time left before earnings, which are on 9/2. So if we have a decent enough buffer, we'll probably hold the position we currently have through the report. I believe we only have a 6% position, so as long as we have about a 5% buffer, we'll be fine. NET was just added. What we liked in NET was the move off the 50-day MA here. Nice reversal candle. And then the close back above the 10 and 20. We bought net on a slight pullback to the 39.60 area around here, and then held above the 50-day MA. PDD, we also entered on a pullback around 88, just above the 50-day MA. And what we like about PDD is this consolidation above the 50-day moving average for the most part. And there was a shakeout beneath the 50-day MA that has now recovered back above for the past 2 days. And hopefully the price action can work its way higher over the next few weeks and eventually attempt to break out. Amazon we're long from around 30 to 17. Looks pretty good. If it does pull back into the 9-day MA here, it could be a chance to add. Lulu, we're long from around 330. We sold partial size into strength. And today the price action closed. And today the price reversed lower on a pickup in volume. Looks like it was just above average. Let's see how it reacts around the 10-day moving average. if it gets there. Next up is Shop, which we entered around 1079 here as it pulled back from this false breakout attempt above the range highs on Wednesday. As long as the price action stays above this 10-day moving average, we should be okay. And ideally, we'd like to see it hold above the low of Wednesday. NVTA, nice reversal on Thursday. However, we would have preferred a slightly higher close, but the price action did close back above the 10-day EMA. It may be that it will have to pull into the 50-day MA before eventually heading higher. And if so, that could stop us out, but currently we're still long. Netflix had a strong move out on Wednesday. We bought a half position above Tuesday's high and added the other half above Wednesday's high. And there was a pretty strong up day, almost a bit too strong. And for Netflix to move 10% in a day, it's almost like a smaller cap stock moving 20 to 25% in a day. That's a bit excessive for a breakout. Almost suggests that it's going to need some time to chop around before it can move higher. All right, that's it for current open positions. As for potential new setups, Wix is looking pretty good here. Is currently sitting in a tight range consolidation above the 10-week moving average. So if the price can get back above 300 and hold, it could make a run at base highs. Net's sitting in a pretty tight range as well. If it can clear the 3-week high in volume, then watch out above. This stock can be explosive when it decides to go. AMD is in chop mode after a very explosive breakout on big time volume in late July. Since then, the price has chopped around while the 20-day moving average has caught up. So what we'd like to see here is either a tight inside day on Friday or possibly another down day that touches the 20-day EMA or reverses just above the 20-day EMA. But this is a pretty bullish consolidation that eventually should lead to further upside. And the last setup of the night is CRM, which could be in play for aggressive traders over the 2-day high. Or if the price action pulls back in tomorrow to this 266 area or even 261-ish. And this is a big volume breakaway gap up to new highs. And one of the reasons why we really like the setup is because of the volume. CRM broke out on a volume that was about 10 times greater than average, which is massive for this stock. So a very powerful breakaway gap up. All right, that's a wrap for tonight's video. Thank you for joining us. If you'd like to learn more about our style of trading, head on over to our blog at morpheustrading.com/blog. There's tons of articles on entries, exits, risk management. It's just a great resource for those who'd like to learn more about our style of growth stock trading. All right, well, thanks for joining me. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again next Friday.